Okay, good afternoon. So today I'm Noel Justira, the head of Human Resource Department of Innovation Group. Today I'm going to interview you. So let's start. Okay, for the first question, tell me something about yourself.
All right. Good morning, sir. My name is Acharius Sumeisey. I studied at University of Atmajaya, majoring in information system. I hold an average GPA of 3.50, and I'm currently part of the Taekwondo community. I sometimes play around with WordPress, Wix, and Python in my spare time. On top of that, I used to and still volunteer for E4PMI program when college wasn't that too one it wasn't that busy. I'm quite the introverted person, so it might be awkward sometimes talking to me for the first time. And for my plans for the future is to be someone who people can look up to.
Okay. You said before there is you volunteer for E4PM5 program. So what
Yes.
is this program? Can you tell me that exactly what it is?
All right. So this program, E4PMI, is where it's a short for English for Pekerja Migran Indonesia. It's where we teach English to people from Indonesia who are currently working outside of the country. For example, it's um, you're working as a sales or a web designer in Thailand, but you don't really have good English. We help you with that.
Okay. Okay, to the next question. So you said before that you are an introverted person. How do
Yes.
you handle talking to people?
So for me, I try to be as straightforward as possible and try not to make too much of the awkwardness in the situation since I'm already in an awkward position, right? I try to be straightforward as
Okay.
possible.
Okay. Let's start to the next question. Can you tell me, no, no, not tell me, but yourself in 3 words.
I'm quite a passionate person, straightforward and slow.
Okay. Can you please elaborate that?
All right, so sometimes I can be passionate in what I do to the point where it's hard to disturb me sometimes. I also don't really like talking too much and just get straight to the point. And as for slow, I sometimes have a hard time processing information on the spot, so I sometimes need to make notes.
Okay, that's a good answer. Into the next question. What interests you about this role?
So it was in my second semester of college, there was a UI UX competition. And at first, I didn't have any motivation to do this competition. I only did it for the grade. But then, after competing and trying designing a web, it was an experience for me. It was very fun. And ever since then, I dabble a little with WordPress and Wix for designing websites.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Let's start the next question. Uh, what what motivates you in every day?
For me, I'm motivated by the people who support me, specifically my parents and my siblings. They are very supportive of me ever since high school years and when what I want to be in the future.
Okay. So you told me that the one who support you is your parents and your siblings, right?
Yes,
Why is that?
I ev- it's the only people that I know of that is very supportive. Like my friends, friends they support in a level way, but like parents and siblings, they support all the way, even if it's very weird. And it's
Okay.
sometimes it's because it's the fear of knowing those people who support you all the time is not going to be there every step of the way. So I want to lessen their feeling of burden by seeing me being successful in life.
Okay. It's a very good answer, Uh, let's into the next question. So, what are your strengths?
I can coordinate with a team, and I sometimes can work under pressure, look deep into the details of a work, conveying back to the person who gave me the order of the work or the project, and note all the details.
Okay, so that is your strength. How about your weakness?
Well, for my weakness, as far as I know, I'm not very good at multitasking, and as I said before, I'm very slow at processing information on the spot. On my first semester, I had a hard time understanding the work or project, so I usually note the details. By far, this helped me in many aspects.
Okay, so by far this helped me in many aspects. Okay, let's into the next question. How do you handle stress and pressure?
I will try to handle it as calm as possible if I'm under pressure. Sometimes I take a break and relax my mind a bit before continuing on what I was working on. And if I am on the spot and I'm pressured to do something, I would try to answer or do it of the best of my abilities.
Okay, uh, can you tell me what are your goals for the future?
My plan is in 5 years, I'm going to be a chief web designer. Whatever it takes to be a CWO, I will work hard to achieve that position, even if it takes me
Okay,
5 more years.
okay, that's a great goal.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
into the next question. How has your college education prepare you for this position? Like, how has is that?
I feel that my college education prepared me by getting used to the technology. Um, they gave us options to use different kinds of apps to work with, such as Word, WordPress, Excel, Canva, and Excel, um, and Python. And on top of that, in my college life, also helped me a little bit on my social skills. So it helped me a little bit.
Okay, it help you. How about have you had an experience in the past that you learn from that? Uh, that you learn from that, and it makes you had an experience like you have a mistakes from the past, but what do you learn from that?
Oh, what I learned from one of my mistakes. Um, when I was in my second semester, I was taking it too slow on college work, and I always do the work close to the deadline, like 1 day before the deadline. And then after that,
Mm,
my grades took a hit after, taking it too slow.
yes.
And after an instance, I didn't even finish the work. So after that event, I do work even a few days before the deadline. Since I'm afraid to fail, I also sometimes ask for my friends' opinions if my work is good enough. But so ever since then, I didn't have any problems whatsoever.
Okay, so you ask your friend opinions if your work
Yes.
is good enough for that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good solution.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Hmm. Into the next question. Do you prefer working with others or by yourself?
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Do you prefer working with others or by yourself?
Oh, um, I don't really have a preference, but working alone on a time doesn't really or on a team doesn't really bother me. It's because for me, at the end of the day, I would try to finish the job as long as there is no complication in that process of the project. I won't have such problems.
Okay, that's very good explain. Into the next question. Why do you want this job?
Um, I've been doing research and I understand that this company is on the rise. I've read you on your website and in various articles. You're planning to launch several new projects, right, in the coming month. And I want to be
Yes.
part of this business as it grows. While my skill are still lacking, I hope I can grow with this company.
Okay, that very good answer. So
Thank you, sir.
now is the last question. Uh, in your life, you must be had a conflict. Okay, how do you handle that?
For me, I would try to avoid or making or being involved in such conflicts. But if I were to be in such a predicament, I would handle it like a mature person. For example, is when
Okay.
I was in my first semester of college, there was a problem in a project where we were doing, and two of my classmates had different opinions. So I tried to be the middleman and try to calm it down, but it didn't work. So what I did was I acknowledged their opinions and gave them some pointers on their ideas. By the end of the work, uh, we communicated with each other while being open to one another. It solved the issue of slow finishing the work.
Okay, that's very good answer. So Acharius, maximilanus, Sumeisey, thank you for today. Uh, I will contact you later and about this result of this interview. So thank you, Maxi.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.